Hello ladies, I have a quick video for you, but I wanted to bring forward the concept of self-sacrifice at the expense of our own well-being. This is a topic that has come up so much, especially this week for me, my personal life, where, since last year I felt that I needed to put myself first, and that really did change everything. That meant really changing everything. Like, everything went upside down in my life, but in a good way, because I feel like it was meant to happen, and it was something that I needed to tap into in order to do a lot of healing, deeper healing than what I had been doing, because this was a result of me healing my body, and my mind, right? I had adrenal fatigue, and I had type 2 diabetes. My hormones were all over the place because of this, or maybe this was because of the hormones. Either way, catch 22, but I couldn't even think straight. I was highly triggered by anything and everything. I was feeling victimized. I was feeling low all the time, and I just let myself go in a very negative way. But last year, by 3 years ago, I started this journey of self-healing since 2021, because I was like, I can't do this to myself anymore. And I had a choice, right? You go left or you go right. And I decided to take the path that was going to bring me to healing. So let's call it right. And then I realized last year that I never even asked myself, what do you want? What makes you happy? And the moment I started doing that, and I started seeing how many things didn't make me happy, and I had to do the things that made me happy, and I was the only one that could do them, then things unraveled. But I met with a lot of resistance, especially my family, when it comes to this, because they have been so conditioned to think that you have to self-sacrifice in order to make somebody else happy. Instead of thinking, what I come to the realization of is that you can only really support another person's health journey if you are already happy, or happiness journey if you are happy, because how can you give someone something you don't have? It doesn't even make sense, right? So that was really it's really one of the things that obviously triggers me, because there is a lot of accusation and a lot of finger pointing, but I also found so much grace in it, because I thought, well, I actually realized that I am doing something good for me. And eventually the thing is, whatever path my life goes into, whatever I decide to do, whatever I do, I will always have to put me in a place where I'm looked after by myself, where I'm in a good space, where I'm full with my cup, so that I can offer my service to others. And it's not selfish. We have been really conditioned by this, oh, you're selfish if you put yourself first mentality, which probably has a lot to do with this, Catholic mentality. And my parents are, Italian background, so can you get more Catholic than that? I don't know, well, Spanish and Portuguese, but what I mean is, there is a lot of this. There's a lot of self-sacrifice for others, even if it's the expense of you. And I don't agree with this. And everybody that coaches with me, I always say, stop putting yourself last, because otherwise you will be to the ground and nothing will work anyway. Put yourself first, and then see things work well, see things unravel, see things develop, see things improve, see the changes, see the magic. That's the only thing I can, the first starting point. And I heard this my whole life. I'm a good person, I give to everybody and nobody gives to me. And it's like, first of all, it's also the fact that you go into something with the expectation, what about if we just do it because it's right? And you know that maybe 90% of the time, maybe not, but maybe you're not gonna get back what you give. You're gonna get back in other ways, right? You're gonna, maybe not from that person in any case, or from those people, but you're gonna get it from other venues. I was saying to my friend Craig today, who has been really helpful in really directing me even with my business. He's a gentleman in his 60s, he's got a lot of experience, he's a consultant by nature and by trade, and we were talking, and I said, when we find resistance, it's not a stop sign, it's actually a redirection. It just means, hey, you know what, this side, maybe this way is a bit too hard, go this way. But to do that, to have that redirection versus a stop, you also have to give. But to give, you have to have something to give, and so you have to be half full. At least I want to be full. I want to be so full that I am pouring over in helping others, in giving to others. Right now, as I focus on women, as I focus on us women, with that deconstructing of that brainwashing that we've been put, you have to sacrifice for this patriarchal society. And don't get me wrong, it's not just towards men, it's also towards other women, towards family, everything, society in general. The patriarchy is not so much gender, it's more power, right? Like one side has more power than the other, but balance doesn't have a stronger side. Balance has both sides in balance, equally working together, the feminine and the masculine, which we all have. Even women, we have masculine and feminine energies. We have to learn how to be in them properly, in the positive feminine, positive masculine. It is so important. I cannot even tell you. I have lived in my masculine and toxic masculinity really for a very long time, since I was a child, because I was in survival mode. And so to survive, you just survive. But a couple of years ago, I just found this beautiful softness of feminine. Like, it makes me a better person. It makes me sexier. It makes me nicer. It makes me actually me. And there are people that are not going to like it, and there are people that are not going to like the boundaries that come with this feminine, because feminine is not just being softy and and sexy. It's actually having boundaries and knowing when it is a yes and a no, and also acknowledging that some energies will work for us, other energies will not work for us, and it doesn't matter who that energy is with. It can be work, lover, family, pets, whatever it is. If the energy is not flowing, it's not flowing. Stop pushing. I have, honestly, people in my life, family members, that just push because they think that that's the right thing to do, instead of actually being like, let me just put myself first, let me see what's going on here, let me do my own healing regardless everybody else, and then see if the energy is better. The energy is never going to get better if one person is stagnant, thinking that they're changing something, when they're changing maybe the visible but not the inner work, and the other person is moving forward, right? That in every relationship, if you're not walking together, you're walking the other way, period. So, or one person is always in front of you and you're catching up, or the other person has to stop to make you catch up. It's not balanced. You see what I mean? So fill your cup so that you can help, you can serve, you can support. Until you do that, until you feel like your cup is in a good place, leave it. It's okay to say no. It's okay to say no. I hope this helps. Bye.